Hey guys, welcome to Daniel's Aquatic Life. Today I wanted to talk to you about what has frustrated me and I'm sure a lot of you viewers at home, which brings us to our topic of how to use a gravel vacuum. Today we will go through step by step on what it is that I use, how I use it, and my best tips and tricks. So stay tuned. Okay everybody, so this is what I use for when I do use the gravel vac to be successful with using the gravel vac. Um, you get your typical gravel vac. This is a medium gravel vac. You can get these little attachments, which I recommend getting. They just kind of clip onto a bucket that you can get. You can get an easy, what is this, 10 gallon bucket full of water. So it's easy to do your weekly change. You just fill up one of these buckets, dump it, fill one of these buckets up, put it back in. So this is a medium one. I do have a larger one, and you can also get a smaller one. So if you have like a 5 or a 10 gallon aquarium, probably using the smaller ones because these ones will not properly fit into your tank as you try to submerge the water, get that airflow, dipping it back in. It's just there's no room. So there is proper sizes for each gallon tank that you get. I believe 3 different sizes. So yeah, and then Walmart is where I got one of these. It was just a recycling bin. Like I said, it fits 11 gallons actually. It fits 11 gallons. So if you're doing a 10 gallon change every 5 days, 7 days, this is the perfect thing to get. I paid maybe 15 bucks at Walmart for this thing. All together, this is my setup that I use, and of course you want to get a towel in case you have any drips, any water that falls down. It does happen. Doesn't matter how long you've been in the hobby for. It happens, and you don't want the water to stay on the floor very long. So having a towel close by is really helpful. And we'll get into that more with the tips and tricks that I have for you guys. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so the next step before using your gravel vac, to make sure that you get the full amount of debris and poop and whatnot that's on your gravel or your sand or whatever that you're using. The next step that you want to do is, I've got my towel on the ground here, I've got my bucket all set up, but now I want to take off my lid, my light, and then I want to put all of my live plants to the side and then take any of my ornaments out. Alright guys, so what we're going to do here is I have removed all of my decorations here. I've put them on another towel. Because this tank is a new ecosystem that I'm trying to build right now, it's being built for my shrimp. I've had a little bit of problems with the shrimp right now, so I thought this was the best time to actually show you guys how to use the gravel vac. But in doing so, I took out all my ornaments. Normally I would put all my live plants to the side. In this case, I actually have a bucket here, or a little bowl here, that I use the same water that the water was in this tank, and I just kind of submerge all of this. Now there's a rock, but because I have moss growing around it right now. Moss is apparently really good for the shrimp. I am still learning a lot about this shrimp, and if you guys haven't seen my other videos, please check them out at the end of this. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, splash that like button if this is going to give you guys some beneficial information. So let's go ahead. We're going to, sorry, while I was taking all these ornaments out, I actually ended up finding one of the female red cherry shrimps. So she is alive. I'm really happy about that. So we're going to be very careful about this. We're not doing a full empty. I'm just doing my 10% change. I do want to keep most of that beneficial bacteria in the aquarium. I'm not going to clean off any of my ornaments. I'm not going to wipe down any of my plants. I have sponges here too. It's got a lot of beneficial bacteria that came out of the 60 here. The shrimp thrive off that sponge, so, and we're not going to get too much in it. Again, if you guys want to see other videos, please definitely check out my my channel. And And so we'll get right into it. We're going to try to be really careful here, not to, I'm sure I've already disturbed this little girl here, but we're going to submerge this down. It's going to fill up with water, and then you are going to pull it up, and once you pull this up, it's going to start draining. So once it drains about 3/4 of the way, you're going to submerge this back down the same way you did. The air is going to go travel up and through here, and you're just going to easily tilt it, and there you'll have it. You'll have the water flowing perfectly through here. Like I said, perfect setup, nice 11-gallon bucket. You get the grab one of these guys here, your little notch there, that just slams right on there. So here we go. So I will do a full demonstration, and honestly, once you learn to do this, guys, it becomes a joke. It was something that frustrated me so many times. I did it 10, 20 times, and I just could not understand what I was doing wrong. And I'm sure a lot of you guys at home are just like pulling your hair out, like this doesn't take rocket science. So my tips and tricks here, I'm really hoping are going to help you guys out. So here we go. We're going to submerge this. And again, we're going to be careful because I do have the one shrimp in there. Don't want to suck it up. We're going to bring it back out. It's going to drain 3/4. And we're going to submerge it right back in there. And we have flow. Easy as that, guys. And so my next tip here is, instead of looking for where all the debris is, don't so much search for the debris, but do rows. You want to start from the end and do a little, drop it, do a little, drop it, do a little, and you're just going to keep doing that. And by the time that you've done this, row for row, all the way across, you have got 10% of your tank taken right out. Okay, so the second tip I have for you guys, while you're doing rows, something you really want to get used to doing, you want to maximize that pressure, but you don't want to get a lot of sand traveling up this tube. You just want that debris. You want the poop, you want all the bad stuff just to kind of get out of there. So to maximize your water pressure, you're going to plop it down onto your ground. You're going to clench your hose like this. You're going to quickly release it. You're going to get a lot of pressure come up, and then you're going to clamp it again. Move over to the next spot, release it, clamp it. Release it, clamp it. And you're just going to do that, and you're going to do all your rows just like this. Release, clamp, release, clamp. And guys, it's simple as that. And you don't have to do it all the way. Just you start to see too much sand, like I just seen there. Too much sand getting up in the tube there. Push that over a little bit. And this way, guys, you're not shaking up the water too much. So there we go. We release it, clamp, release, and we're just doing every row here. Okay? Guys, so everything is looking pretty good. It's not the very best, and it's done that reasonably because again, it's being an ecosystem for shrimp, and having some of that poop on the ground is going to be very beneficial. So my last trick for you guys is going to be not tossing up the water when you have, say you have fish in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick your hand in here, your clean hands, hopefully that you've washed your hands before doing this, and you're just going to let that drip in. No mess, all done. If you got the clamp, pull your clamp off, place it down, grab your bucket, and go dump it. Alright guys, so there you have it. We have a nice clean tank ready for my new shrimp. I will be ordering real soon. Hopefully, gotta ask the wife. But just to run over this one more time, this is the gravel vac. You're gonna submerge this into the water. It's gonna fill up. You're going to bring it out of the water. It's going to go about halfway to 3/4. You're going to put it back into the water, tilt it, and you will see your water flow. And again, you want to try to practice clamping your hose for that maximum water pressure. You want to do rows all from one end of the tank all the way to the end of your tank. You want to use a towel, grab a bucket, get your setup ready before doing anything. Move all your live plants to one side or pull them out like I do. Put them in a bucket or a bowl with water in it. And yeah, and that's it, everybody. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, please subscribe. Lots of love, lots of support. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment below. I love questions, and I love answering them to the best of my ability, and I love learning more than anything. So guys, we will see you next time on Daniel's Aquatic Life.